Offensively, we are a spread option team. We're underneath center. We are a flex bone team, triple option inside veer team, like Dobbins Bennett. Of course, I cut my teeth on the option under Coach Clark and Coach Wilson. If you watch college football, we try to resemble Navy, and we try to resemble Georgia Tech. We do the inside veer, outside veer, midline, the rocket toss, counter trap. We don't throw the ball very much. We throw it some in pregame warm-ups, and that's about it. And returning starters, we have 4 returning starters on offense. Thank goodness 3 of those guys are on the offensive line, and they're experienced players, and they're good players, so that's always good. And we're trying to ground out the clock and shorten the game and score points.
Last year, you took maybe just a small step back from your first place 2 years ago, right? Defensively, what are you going to do to sort of control since North has come up and taken the top spot?
We are still a 3-5-3 defensive team, and it's we call it a big play defense. Something big's fixing to happen. Hopefully for us, we're a high pressure defense. We mainly play cover 3 and a little bit of man. We have 2 guys returning on the defensive side of the ball, which is always scary. So thank goodness they're back there on the defensive side. We have 2, and 1 guy that had a little bit of action, but those guys are back in the secondary, so that makes us more comfortable. So. Yeah, we slipped a little bit last year. Of course, we got to tip our hat to the good teams in our conference. I mean, sometimes the teams are better than us. Daniel Boone has 1,500 kids, and North had an exceptional year. Elizabethton is always good. So the level of competition has risen, and we're trying to meet the challenge and be
How
consistent.
would you compare yourself at this point last time to last year?
Well, we're awful green and raw, and once we figure out who some of these players, who they are and where they can play and where they can help us, some of these sophomores and inexperienced juniors, I think we'll be okay. And we have some very good players here. There's not many of us, and that's always a problem at a school the size of Happy Valley. We're the smallest school in the 3 Rivers, but we don't use that as an excuse. Our backup guys a lot of times are freshmen and inexperienced sophomores, so they have to be ready to play. And our depth is a concern always at this school.
What do you say about your team? Is it based on speed, based on, are you going to be like a mauling type team?
The best compliment somebody could give me is, guys, your offensive linemen come off of football. You have a physical football team on both sides, and it seems like they know what they're doing. It seems like they're coached, which that's always a compliment. So we consider ourselves a physical football team. We don't like to use the word finesse because that's not what we do. We try to blow people off the football and read the guys that we're supposed to read, that we leave unblocked by design. So we're a running football team.
Talk about somebody who's coming up, a freshman or sophomore, that's really surprised you this summer.
Sophomore, we have Caleb Lee, transfer from Elizabethton. He has some skills at our fullback position. Now, our fullback is basically like a tailback in our offense, and the offense goes through his belly. He's a junior, but he is inexperienced. I think he played freshman football, and we're glad that he came back out and moved over here in our school district. Right now, vying for the most reps is our sophomore B-back. He's going to replace Jalen Simmons, and he's going to get the bulk of the carries. He's a hard-nosed football player, and you got to have a fearless B-back that's going to jam it up in there every time like a missile. And he really makes us go on offense.